In the Vermont game, we got off to a slow start. They scored early, about 10 minutes into the game, and then from that point in, I think we settled down, and I felt like we played pretty well. And going into the second half, we were pushing for the equalizer, and unfortunately, kind of gave one up against the flow of the play. I would say. So, disappointing. It put us down in a deficit, and we just weren't able to come back. Felt like we were capable of a lot better play than we showed. They're a solid, really strong, physical team, pretty experienced group, and I thought they did a nice job. On the Maine game, I was much happier with our defensive effort. Maine is a very good team. They've got a pretty experienced group that have a pretty high understanding of what they're trying to do, and a lot of skill. And we did a really good job defensively. We were probably significantly better the second day, and so we're just really trying to build on that, as we go forward and start to get ready in our Ivy play. I think the goaltending in both games was very good. That's one thing that's been a common denominator in every game, is that we've gotten solid goaltending. So I think that gives us confidence, and that's something that we can build off of. We're still really trying to get comfortable as a team. We've got a lot of new faces in different positions. We graduated 6 starters, but not only that, our returners and our people that were in starting positions, many of them are playing in different roles. So there's just a little bit of adjustment that we're going through, but we are seeing progress. And one of the things that I would like to see as we move forward is just a little more consistency in our play. There's times where I feel like we're in a groove and we're really moving the ball well. We're moving as a unit in our defense. But then we seem to sort of lose a little bit of that flow. So that's one of our goals as we get into Ivy play, is that we become more consistent. And I think that will happen naturally as we get more comfortable in each of our roles. Big adjustment for the Penn game will be the surface. We've made sure that we've got a few sessions this week just practicing on the field turf. The speed of the ball is different, affects the ball movement a little bit. I think that Penn is a younger team as well. They're going through some transition, and so we know that every single Ivy game is competitive, and we know that this will be no different. So we're really just focusing on our play at this point and trying to build on the progress we made, and just the understanding defensively that we started to get on Sunday, just to continue to build on that. But at the same time, recognizing that I felt on Sunday against Maine, I felt like we were in kind of a counterattack situation. We would like to be able to establish ourselves a little bit more attack-wise, and just be a little bit more disciplined in moving the ball and trying to make sure that we're mixing up our small game with our big game and finding our forwards upfield, at times, just to put some pressure on their defense. So on Sunday, we have St. Francis at home, and again, just some of the same focus that over the weekend is just our consistency in all phases of our game, offensively, defensively, trying to get our penalty corner going a little bit more, and just making the transition. The key will be making the transition from the field turf on Saturday to playing on our surface on Sunday. But having played all season on turf, with the exception of the Penn game, I feel like that will be something that we're more than capable of doing. We know that St. Francis will be a tough team. They're always pretty organized defensively. They work really hard, and so we're just, as a young team, just trying to make sure that we are ready, and that we play with the kind of poise and speed of play that we really want to establish.